Hello, Brickdark here. Today I'm reviewing the TIE Fighter Pilot helmet set from the LEGO Star Wars 18 and Up helmet collection. It has 724 pieces and retails for $60 in the United States. Well, I guess we can just get right into it. So I really like how big this is. It's a lot bigger than you might expect, which is really good for the price. On the front you do have this printed LEGO Star Wars TIE Fighter Pilot. The stand underneath is very nicely rounded off, though they don't have studs on the top of these pieces, which might be a bit annoying, but it's not a big deal. How they build these apparatuses at the front is very interesting. They use like these small reels, about 18 on each individual apparatus, and they go through this long bendable plastic that they use for stuff like this. You can see this nice detailing as the curves as it goes down, as well as the bit where the ears go. Up front you do have a printed piece, and then probably what would be my only complaint is you have these two stickers here, and you have to put them really close on the edge of the piece, otherwise you get this weird gap. I managed to do it so it looks pretty continuous, but I just don't get why everything else is printed in the set, why they just couldn't print those. You can also see the eye detailing somewhat, and it's a lot harder to notice like mistakes, unlike on the Stormtrooper, which is white because this isn't black. They build this in a very similar style to, say, like the Yoda or the BB-8, where you build a main thing in the middle and then you attach the plates on each side. I like those kinds of builds. They're pretty fun. On the back, you do have this big black stripe that just kind of goes through the middle. And up top, you do have these really nice printed tiles, which have the Imperial insignia on them, and they are attached via a ball joint, and they're not really going to move around, though they sometimes do come loose in my experience. Again, just have some nice rounding off with the tile pieces. Now, sometimes if you look at it from certain angles, you might be able to see a bit of the colorful interior, which could be a bit of a problem. You can maybe see some of the green in there if I raise this up, but for most angles, you're not going to be able to see inside this, which is what a lot of people are probably going to want. You're probably going to have it like this or like this, and neither one really shows the interior. Some other things, you have these grill bits at the front, and it's a very satisfying build. Now, the 18 and up is just a marketing thing. This is not a complicated build. It's not a very long build either. It took me maybe 40 minutes, maybe 30. It didn't take me too long. And it's definitely more of a marketing ploy. Underneath, you can see some of those connections they use to connect the helmet to the stand. Now, this is in a weird category where it's not like the Boba Fett helmet where you can remove that from the stand very easily, but it's not like the Stormtrooper helmet where it's built in. You could remove this from the stand, however you have to take off these apparatuses and remove a bunch of pieces, and I think it would just be a lot of work. So this is one you're probably going to want to keep on the stand. Now, there's not too much else with this build. You see right there, they can fall off as they're not attached. They don't have the strongest connection, so that could be a thing. And now the other one's falling as well. This is awesome, but yeah, that is a little problem I have. These printed dishes do sometimes fall down. That's it for the build of this set. So the box for this is really big. This is a new box size I think they have. The bottom you can see some nice greebling. And it's on this nice black background, which has some red coming out to kind of highlight it. I would have personally preferred white, but I can kind of see why they did that. At the top you have TIE Fighter Pilot Star Wars. On the sides you have another shot of the build, as well as the 40 years of Empire Strikes Back, which is very cool. Up top you have a helmet. You have helmet collection. Pardon me. On the back, you do have some other shots of the TIE Pilot from the original trilogy, which I think looks really nice. And then on the side, you do have the name in a different language, as well as some more legal stuff, if you're interested in that. But yeah, really knocked it out of the park with this box design. It looks very professional and very aimed towards adults or teens. The instructions keep that nice, sleek look. On the back, you have a nice feedback and win, which looks very streamlined for adults. You do have some text about the TIE Fighter Pilot. You can just read it if you want. Here it is in some different languages, I think French and Spanish. Pause and read if you like. Also, there is a little diagram of how to use a brick separator, which is pretty nice. I have seen, maybe not this exact thing, but something like this in an instruction booklet, maybe 2012, when the thing was first introduced, but not too sure. And also, that is what the TIE Fighter, when you're building it, that's what the helmet looks like, with those big, long, bendy plastic bits in it. It's also worth mentioning, they don't actually come in any bags, they just come loose within the box. But that is it for the instructions. So overall, the TIE Fighter helmet is a really nice, clean looking display piece. It'll go really well on an office desk, and it's big, so it feels worth the $60, but it's not too big that it cannot be stored anywhere, which is a main problem I have with the UCS Star Destroyer. It's so big, you can't put it anywhere. It's big, it's bigger than you'd probably expect it to be, but it's not so big that you just cannot have a place to put it. Now, there's two complaints I have. One of them's a minor one, but one of them is a definite annoyance. For the stickers that you have to place correctly, I mean, why? You could have just printed those, Lego. Everything else in the set is printed, so why did you not make those prints? My big complaint is these dishes. If you try and pick up the set, you can easily just knock these and they come off, which is annoying, and one of them even fell down the crevice right there, which was fun. So, I would say if you're going to pick this up, try and pick it up so that your hand does not touch these, because if it touches them, then they are going to fly off. However, beyond that, it's a really good set, and once you get it down, I don't expect you'll be moving it too much. There's no play features or anything. So, overall, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I do highly recommend this as something, a nice display piece on your desk. However, do be wary of these bits up here, because they are going to fall off. And also do be careful placing the stickers, otherwise it's going to look really weird. That's it for this review. See you guys later. Peace.